Hey folks, a slightly sleep-deprived Jackdaw here with a quick update on Dragon Age Dreadwolf and the future of Star Wars The Old Republic. I apologise if I'm a little worse for wear today. I've just returned from my first ever Glastonbury Festival experience where I held hands with Carly Rae Jepsen and screamed along to Call Me Maybe. But I'm cutting my rest short to keep you all in the loop, so let's cut to the feeling. Just this week, BioWare has made an important announcement regarding the future of SWTOR, BioWare's good old Star Wars MMO. The game's development will be transitioned to Broadsword while EA continue as the publisher. This strategic move aims to ensure the game's growth and evolution, providing a fresh perspective and expertise from Broadsword. This decision has been made with the very best interests of the game and its community in mind. According to BioWare's blog, despite this transition, players can rest assured that the current plans for SWTOR remain intact. The recent update 7.2 featuring Showdown on Runnock has been successfully delivered, and upcoming updates like Game Update 7.3, Old Wounds and Game Update 7.3.1 are still on track. Now, Keith Koenig, the executive producer, had a bit more to say, emphasising the communication being maintained through SWTOR.com and the SWTOR forums, ensuring players stay informed and engaged. They also expressed their excitement about the future of SWTOR under Broadsword stewardship. He believes that Broadsword is the ideal studio to enhance and modernise SWTOR, expanding its reach and making it more enjoyable for a wider player base, and Koenig extends gratitude to EA, BioWare and Lucasfilm Games for their ongoing support, which has made this transition possible. Now, I've just very briefly glossed over this blog here, just in the relevant interest of Dragon Age, Mass Effect, and I know a bunch of my viewers aren't particularly that interested in SWTOR, but for those who are, there is the condensed version of this blog. Lending our focus to the ending of this blog, we have particular relevance to the likes of Dragon Age Dreadwolf and the next Mass Effect, which is basically what all of this update is about. And as followed, BioWare's general manager Gary McKay shed light on the studio's future direction since SWTOR's transition. BioWare are focusing on developing immersive, emotionally charged single-player games, with a renewed focus on Dragon Age and Mass Effect. I'll touch upon that renewed thing in a hot second. For Dragon Age, the team is dedicated to delivering an exceptional experience with ongoing efforts in building, polishing and fine-tuning Dreadwolf. And Gary said that we can anticipate more exciting updates regarding this soon, whenever soon actually is. As for the next Mass Effect, pre-production is underway, spearheaded by a core team of veteran storytellers who are committed to moving the deep franchise history forward in a spectacular new way. Now, one of my immediate takeaways from this is the fact that BioWare, having removed SWTOR from the mix, are now solely focused on creating single-player games, kind of foreshadowing the future of the studio, that they are just going to be creating single-player experiences, which is a really good thing. As a hardcore BioWare fan, I wasn't really that much into Anthem. I gave it a shot, but it kind of just proved BioWare's strong suits. And equally, while I am a fan of Mass Effect's multiplayer mode and Inquisition's multiplayer modes, the reason I play a BioWare game is for their emotionally charged, immersive single-player experiences. So it's really great to hear that despite Dreadwolf and the next Mass Effect, BioWare in the future is laser focused on just creating single-player games, and having removed SWTOR from the mix, they can definitely focus even tighter on that goal. They're not 1 minute working on a single-player game and then adapting that for an MMO. They're just straight up creating single-player experiences, and I'm all down for that. Now, equally, I'm very interested in the wording behind renewed focus. Of course, it totally makes sense that there would be somewhat of a renewed focus with the team shuffling SWTOR to another studio. There'd be an entire renewed focus for the entire team of BioWare, who are now all hands on deck for Dreadwolf. However, it equally sounds like a major pivot or another kind of reboot, with the game's focus changing once more. Perhaps I'm looking way too into this, as expected. It's just with this renewed focus, where is it coming from? Is it just from the fact that SWTOR is now moving hands, or is there actually a completely different renewed focus for Dreadwolf and the next Mass Effect game as a whole? Again, could be looking too much into that. Either way, Dreadwolf continues to power through its alpha stages, and we're left once more with the promise that we're going to hear more about this game soon. Now let's be honest, BioWare's definition of soon doesn't immediately align with all of our expectations. However, we can hope for more relevant blog posts on Dreadwolf later this year. I think that's something definitely plausible. Possibly another development update blog after the alpha stage concludes and the game then enters beta. I'm sure that will most certainly be a blog post as the game enters one of its final core development pillars. And maybe we're going to actually hear more about other areas of production, similar to what we've heard before with design, development, UI, technical blogs, etc. It would be great to hear more about the game in development. But what I'd really like, at least in terms of blog posts, is content dedicated to the game's story, characters that we're going to meet, and relevant lore paving the way for the game's launch, just like Inquisition's marketing campaigns pre-release, really setting up any kind of fan for the experience that we're going to have in Dreadwolf and key information that we need to know before playing this game, or even just to say hi to a character before we meet them in the game, to get a sense of who they are, what they're doing, and what exactly their agenda could entail in Dreadwolf. That'll be absolutely fantastic. Ultimately though, when I hear Gary McKay say soon, and I look at BioWare's track record recently with being really quiet, which is absolutely fine, it's just, you know, there is certainly a Dragon Age drought at the moment and BioWare are keeping their lips sealed. I feel like this soon probably relates to a major reveal later this year being a trailer at the Game Awards 2023. Could be a full-on cinematic trailer, gameplay trailer, release date trailer, any kind of trailer. At least something at the Game Awards if Dreadwolf is expected to launch no earlier than April 2024. Perhaps BioWare will make some kind of announcements on Dragon Age Day just before the show. I believe Dragon Age Day is like a week before the Game Awards. Dragon Age Day being December 4th, I think it's falling on a Monday or a Tuesday this year, and the Game Awards is always like the first Thursday or the second Thursday of December, so it'll be the perfect time to make an announcement if Dreadwolf is going to be at the Game Awards. Equally, it could be a surprise, but that is where my hope is going for the rest of the year when we're talking about BioWare revealing more information soon. I love to clown, but in all seriousness, I do feel like that is going to be the very best time to fully give us a proper look at Dreadwolf, if the game is of course ready. In summary, this strategic transitioning of SWTOR's development to Broadsword signals a promising future for the game. The current plans seemingly remain unchanged and players can expect continued updates and engagement. And BioWare now have a renewed focus on Dragon Age and Mass Effect, assuring fans of immersive single-player experiences that are going to captivate our emotions and deliver memorable storytelling, which is exactly what we want from BioWare games right now in 2023, 2024, whatever. And hopefully we're going to hear something soon, whenever soon is. Waiting is certainly something that we've all grown accustomed to unless you're new here. We've just got to keep out holding a little bit longer until the team are ready to drop the curtains and reveal all. And I don't say that lightly, of course. I created my channel back in 2015 and I've been waiting for Dreadwolf details ever since, so I know the pain of waiting and just saying we wish BioWare well, but we've just got to do it. We've got to suck it up and let BioWare release information on Dreadwolf in their own time. And while we wait, we can always check out other games like Baldur's Gate 3 and anything else coming out this year that's going to be an amazing game like Starfield, or even just jumping back on Tears of the Kingdom that I still need to finish. But yes, of course, until that very moment when those curtains do reveal all and we have so much juicy information, or even just the tiny little tidbits of information like this small blog post about Dreadwolf, you're already in the right place. I've got also many other videos planned exploring other parts of the game just besides news updates. Of course, we're always talking about characters and lore, so please stay tuned for more of that once I'm a bit more rested. But until then, as we continue to prepare for this next epic installment of Dragon Age, you're already in the right place for the latest. I have been Jackdaw, and I should go. Whoa, 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 whoa.